People in my shielded category have become a real group over the last few months. We've supported each other through the down days, and there have been plenty of those, and shared moments of joy, even more of those. We've looked forward with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation to the end of June, when we knew there would be a review of our lockdown, and in the event, the government decided on a two-stage easing of restrictions. So the 6th of July, just last week, saw a slow relaxing of complete lockdown. And the delight for me is that I am no longer shielded from my husband, who has patiently looked after me and our home from a safe distance for nearly 4 long months. I've also been allowed to form a bit of a bubble with my daughter, son-in-law and grandchildren, and it's been lovely to see my oldest grandson rediscover our home and revisit the games we used to play. The 1st of August, when we're no longer shielded, seems a bit of an arbitrary date though, and I think we're all planning a much more careful re-entry than the one allowed by the government. I still feel disinclined to go into shops, let alone restaurants, or use public transport. And I really hope that the organisations we work with will continue to use Zoom or the equivalent for the foreseeable future, and that meetings in future will always have a facility to allow proper virtual contribution. In the past, I've been that voice on the spider phone, blocked by technology from making any contribution to the discussion. Zoom discussions have proved far more inclusive, allowing people with health or geographical limitations, like us in the north, to contribute on equal terms. The slow relaxation of lockdown for everyone over the last few weeks makes this a really good time to reflect on what we've learned over the past months. It's been a time of personal learning for all of us, I think. I've had the time to notice the countryside around me and to learn a little more about the wildflowers that have been such an unexpected pleasure as I walk the lanes and fields with my dogs. I've realised at first hand how important connection is, with my family and friends, of course, but also my wider connections with the people who live in my part of North Yorkshire. I've seen my lovely mum deteriorate as she's been shielded from connection with the family and friends who bring remembrance as well as love. I've been able to visit her since the beginning of May, in gloves and mask, but my voice is muffled by the mask and it's hard for her to see my face, and I can't touch her, of course. We do our best with photographs, and I've got a little portable speaker which plays music from my phone, and those help connection some days, but not others. I really hope the campaign for family members to be seen as key workers for relatives with dementia persuades the government to change its rules for care homes. That's been an absolute tragedy over the last few months. It's also been a time of learning at work. Technology's really helped us communicate well and support our people during a very difficult time. And there are meetings that we put in place to keep us all connected during lockdown that have proved hugely successful and will continue those post-lockdown. Our amazing catalysts have found creative and imaginative ways to continue their work, finding and helping potential community micro-entrepreneurs. Our connectors have equally found ways to keep people with lived experience connected and contributing. And I've had the opportunity to join in conversations with a whole range of people thinking and reflecting on the lessons of lockdown and how we can build back better. People in communities have shown what they can do given the opportunity and need. Their energy and service has allowed public bodies to get on with their own vital work managing the impact of Covid-19. And we need to learn from that. We've been lucky. The local authorities we work with have been imaginative and flexible and very supportive as we experimented with different ways of working. The Buzz is a great example of that. They offered community microenterprises in Birmingham, Rotherham, the opportunity to work virtually. It's been hugely successful. It's drawing other micro-entrepreneurs from other areas, and people access the Buzz through our Facebook group, which has nearly 400 members from across the UK. It's been a real delight to work with the Buzz, and Birmingham and Rotherham have to be credited for allowing us to do that. It has had very good impact for people, and it's been an important piece of learning for us. Some of these creative developments, like the buzz, are evolving to become useful in the longer term. We've developed a local buzz offer to local authorities, which gives them the opportunity to engage with creatives and artists across their area to provide a virtual offer to people who can't access their usual day activities because of Covid-19 restrictions. We then provide support to help these wonderful creative enterprises turn their virtual offer into a face-to-face offering. Similarly, we developed a virtual fast-track offer of support for people who want to become community micro-enterprises. We developed it to help out local authorities where we have a contract to accelerate the approval of volunteers interested in community micro-enterprises offering home care. That little development is becoming really useful as we explore the possibilities of an approach like that in our new collaborative with technology and community partners funded by Innovate UK. We've continued to grow and develop during this lockdown period, launching a number of exciting reports on the impact of our work. The report by the New Economic Foundation into the local economic impact of community enterprise is one example. It provides powerful evidence of the positive impact of thriving community enterprise, providing good quality, properly paid jobs, personalised, highly valued services, and a channel to work for all sorts of people, but especially, interestingly, older women. Well, we move into the next phase of living with COVID, having learnt some important lessons about ourselves personally and as an organisation. We've always known about the untapped gifts and talents in local communities, and we're excited by the new national recognition of those gifts. With many others, we want to find a way of resetting the relationship between public bodies and local people so that communities get the investment they need to develop and deliver solutions to the challenges faced by people in their area. There is really hard work ahead as we try and figure out what we mean by Build Back Better and how to achieve that new relationship between people and the state, which will allow more people to contribute to the well-being of their own communities. I do think though, well I hope though, we will all get there, but it will have to be together.